Hi everybody, welcome to my video on how to create full spectrum living water in your home or office. Full spectrum living water is a term that I've learned from MJ Pinkman, author of Dancing with Water, my favorite book about water, all things water. She's a big water expert. Also co-author Melanie Evans. And there's a website, dancingwithwater.com, and the book you can learn a lot about how to create full spectrum living water at your home. What does that mean? Full spectrum living water is living water. Full spectrum living water means the water that nature has made, water that moves in rivers, in oceans, and waterfalls. Water has life, water is conscious. So what I'm doing here in my home is recreating moving water, full spectrum living water, so that my family and I can have the best, most nourishing water, as we're mostly made out of water. Okay, so full spectrum living water has 5 steps to it. And the first step is movement or turbulence. Water needs to move in a vortex, which means kind of like a storm, like a tornado. Then the second step is structure. It needs to be in a structuring device, which can be a glass vessel or other magnetic vessel that you might have. Then the third step is to mineralize the water using some electrolytes or salts. And then the fourth step is give it some stillness. Water needs some time, usually in darkness, to sit and just create coherence. And then the fifth step is to add frequency, vibrational information coming, in this case, from crystals. All right, so let's dive in. This is the first step you're going to do if you're creating your own full spectrum living water or recreating it after you ran out, which what I'm gonna do now is clean the water vessels that I have from my live waters. All right, so I have this cool looking cleaning brush or tool that looks like kind of like a car wash. I attached it into my drill, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of detergent into the glass vessels. Each one of those are 2.5 gallons. I'm going to add some water. I also have a water filter on in this sink. I'm going to wash the brush. I'm going to go like in a car wash in here. See if you can get that. What it looks like, super simple. It looks intimidating because there's a drill, and it might be like, oh, this is a lot of work, but it actually makes it super easy and simple. So this first one is clean. Then I'm going to get this second one in here. Car wash. All right, done. Done with the drill. I'm going to wash the brush quickly and wash the vessels. Okay, so the water vessels are clean. I'm just going to give them a little wipe in here, and I'll show you what water I'm using to fill these water vessels with as I'm creating this full spectrum living water. So if you can come down here, we're going to take a look at the water purification system that we have. And this is the Atla water system, which means in here, this big black cylinder in here, that's the vortexer, which means it moves the water in a tornado-like movement. And then there's a 3-step filtration system that looks like reverse osmosis, but it is not reverse osmosis. This is a purification system that Atla came up with that actually retains some of the good stuff in the water. So removes the herbicides, pesticides, chemicals, recycled pharmaceuticals, all of that. But it also adds a little bit of trace magnesium and also keeps the good minerals in there. So now what I'm going to do is it's connected here to the second sink that I have in my kitchen. And this is actually already structured water in here, which means this is good water, fantastic structure, alkaline water, good to go. But I'd like to give it the extra steps to make it really full spectrum living water. Now I'm going to fill this vessel in here. I'm going to wipe the other vessel while this is going, so I'm going to keep an eye on it. I have the second vessel in here. This is the combo glass vessels from Alive Waters. You can see their logo down over here. I am not sponsored by them, at least yet. I just love this company. I used to get water delivered from them directly when I was living in San Francisco. They have a water delivery service to the Northwest in the United States. So now I'm filling the first jug, and I'm cleaning up this one, which will go second. This This one will go in here because it's easier to fill it inside the sink. Now next, when this is done and I'm gonna fill the next one, I'm going to go get some crystals that I'm charging in the sun outside right now on the ground. So I will show you the crystals and we'll go over the crystals in just a minute. So hold on. All right, we're back. So I'm going to fill the next water vessel, and while I'm doing this, I will mineralize the water, which is the third step. So I'm just putting this silicone ring in here where this combo is going to go together, and there are 4 options I'm going to show you here to mineralize the water. From the simplest one to more complex. They're not complex in the method they're going, but they're more comprehensive, and I'm still learning about this. So the one that I'm going to use in this video is Perfect Minerals from AquaTrue. It contains 79 trace minerals. I love AquaTrue. They also have a great filtration system. They have now the AquaTrue under sink. That one is reverse osmosis. You can still create full spectrum living water with that one, but it does not have a revitalizer, a vortexer, which means you may need to get a separate device to move your water. Now you could also use real salt. Real salt is something that I use a lot in just on the road and in my food. It is unrefined mineralized salt, and it's very it has a great price. And then also there's the Omni Blue Ocean Minerals, very similar to AquaTrue Perfect Minerals. And then there's this salt, which is the favorite salt by MJ Pinkman, author of Dancing with Water, which is a purple bamboo salt. Now this bamboo salt is sold from the Korean Bay that goes through a process of being kind of capsulized into a bamboo, and goes over a 3-year process where they heat it up to 600 degrees Celsius. It's a whole process that makes it super bioavailable. Also has over 70 trace minerals in here. It's very, very potent. This is why I have such a small container. I got it only a few days ago. I'm going to try for the first time the next batch that I'm making. Now let's mineralize the water. So here in Perfect Minerals, it says that about 15 to 20 drops per tank. A tank is about a gallon. This is 15 gallons, so I'm going to put about 50 drops. And by now I know how to do it, so I'm just going to eye it. So here's what I'm doing. I'm grabbing some minerals in here and whoop, putting them into the container, into this container. Fantastic. Now this container is about to be done too, so we'll take care of this puppy. 1, 2, and a little bit for good measure. Okay, so this one is just about done. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm also going to add this product called ION, which stands for Intelligence of Nature. You can go to intelligenceofnature.com to learn more about this product. I'm also not sponsored by them, but I love this product. My family, including my pet, take this product before every meal. It is derived from 60 million years old soil, which means it has a lot of intelligence, which helps the gut and our mitochondria, creates all kinds of connections. It helps with overcoming problems that may have to do with Roundup, which is everywhere. Even if you buy organic and eat organic food, it's in the water, it's in the air. So this is a great product that I'm adding into these containers. So I'm just adding some to the water in here, which you definitely don't have to do. This is an extra step, okay? And now I'm going to go outside to get the crystals that I've been charging in the sun. So I'll be right back. So the crystals were outside, were charging in the sun while I'm cleaning the vessels and such. I usually let them charge for about 20 minutes. Now this is from dancingwithwater.com. They have this, it's called an introductory kit number 2, if I'm not mistaken, and there are 3 types of crystals here, and it's about $45. So these are called prills, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just gonna put them in the middle, right there, and they sink. And they're known to release all kinds of oil patterns and information from the water. that are not serving us. So, you know, city water and a lot of other water sits in pipes and in all kinds of places that it does not like. It is not moving anymore. It is not in its natural environment. So it kind of gets depleted and mixed with all kinds of pesticides, herbicides, pharmaceuticals. It is not in a great state. So this helps release the stuff that is undesirable from the water. Now then we have these laminar orbs that are made out of mica. So these are 3 kind of rocks, and I'm going to place them, it doesn't really matter how you place them, but I like to place them kind of symmetrically. They energize the water and help it have a stronger energetical field. And then the last crystals that are going to go in here are actually going to go on the outside. So the next step in here for me is to put the water on the water stand that I had also from Alive Waters. It is easier to pour the water from the water vessels, so I'm going to take this very carefully. Now this is the most complicated thing because this is quite heavy, 2.5 gallons of glass vessel water. And I'm going to place it right here. Okay, beautiful. So we have our first vessel in here. We took water that went through some movement. Now it's an structural device. It is mineralized. It's going to sit here in stillness for at least 24 hours. 72 hours is ideal to let it come into this coherence. It likes stillness, and it's surrounded by frequencies coming from crystals. So that's that frequential information, vibrational information. Now this is actually the hardest part, is to put this second glass vessel on top without spilling anything, without breaking anything. Every time I'm very happy when it happens. It's very satisfying. So the last step, taking this, and I have to go pretty swiftly, and a little bit of water possibly spilled, but it's okay. And here it is. Now, extra steps. Water is consciousness. It likes to be praised, just like us humans. It likes gratitude. So I wrote it a little note that says, thank you, love you. And I'm going to put it right on top of it. You can look at the Dr. Emoto experiments. I posted these videos in the water and the hydration section on my website. I'm also going to give it some gratitude and love. Thank you, thank you. And then the last step, I guess, second to last step is I'm going to give you some darkness. Water likes to be in darkness, so I'm going to cover it. There's a special cover from Alive Waters that fits perfectly on top of this. If you can come get it from the other side, just so people can come take a look at what it looks like. It's a beautiful glass vessels with the flower of life imprinted on them. So really, really beautiful. And then in this water stand, there's actually more crystals. It's amethyst. I don't know anything about their structuring abilities. They're not needed, but I love amethyst. I have a connection with amethyst, so that's why it's here. It's for more joy and gratitude. And then I'm going to cover the water vessels. They're going to go to sleep here, sit in stillness, and enjoy their rest as they're developing coherence in their structuring device with their minerals after movement. And lastly, I add, these crystals are in their bags. It's called Anchi crystals, and they have the resonance of the earth, so they bring everything here into resonance. Thank you so much. I'm Yoni Havana. Thank you for watching my video of creating your own full spectrum living water. See you next time.